And the idea that, like John mentioned, that an 110-foot easement that is going to pass through this area, through every single sector of this area along its way, can totally destroy what it has taken over 100 years to create, is borders on being criminal.
Get me pissed off.
And that's what would happen. It would discard the strides that we have taken as stewards of the land.
Right.
Would totally be destroyed, and for no benefit, only for destruction. I mean, it needs to stop. There has to come a time when greed is eliminated and cannot be factored into progress. There is no progress involved. It is degress.
That's what the other day when we were down there.
And this is the beginning. You know, this is the beginning for the American people. It's the beginning. It's the first project of this particular type to enter into, but I fear it won't be the last if we don't get this one stopped.
I have a question within our Sandhills with this pipeline supposed to be running at 150 degrees of the length of time that it's going to take to reclimate that, because if we have a dry year within that, and even without the dry year, just Mother Nature, that grass has to get rooted to moisture. And if you're running the ground, a pipeline below the ground at a steady 150 degrees through these Sandhills, I think the reclamation period is going to be not a year or two. I think it's going to be, in my mind, it's going to be 3 to 5 at a minimum. And if we get a drought coming through here during this, you're going to see sand ground blowing like you've never seen below. And we're not going to have a small blowhole. We're going to have a large blowhole for several miles in counties and states that's after that happens, it will not be reclaimed. They're going to disturb this fine sand and the topsoil, which isn't great anyways in this country of sand country, and then try and lay it back down. They'll be very fortunate if it isn't blown away in their windrows that they're going to have from the time that they start to the time that they finish their process and get it seeded back down. I don't know. I don't think it's a risk worth taking. It isn't worth risking our safe food supply that we provide, and it's not risk worth the risk, the value of our water, our clean water. You people that drink your bottled water every day, how much of that comes out of a plant where the water was recycled from the sewer systems? Out here, we don't have to recycle our water. Nature does it for us, and it's the cleanest and purest you'll ever find. And these people want to come in, contaminate it. The State Department says that there's no risk. They're wrong. There's a high risk, and once there's a spill into our aquifer system, we're done. Within several mile area of where the spill is, that land will be worthless for generations, if not thousands of years. And it's absolutely not worth it. It doesn't need to be shifted to a burden to other people. It needs to be stopped. We have one Keystone pipeline. Keystone 1 was put in. I've been in contact with PHMSA. They won't even return my emails anymore. Keystone 1 was dug up for anomalies and checked for anomalies for overexpansion. You cannot get a copy of that report. I've talked to senators, I've talked to PHMSA themselves, and now no one will even communicate with me on it. And people need to know that Keystone 1 was not put in with the strongest standards. And TransCanada says that they've learned things and they're making this one better. Well, the only thing better about it would be not to have it. That would be what would be better.
We're going to stop this pipeline. And I want to thank both of you for your
lips to God's ears, I hope.
I want to thank both of you for your fighting spirit. You do America proud. You do our children proud. And just wanted to ask if there's any last words. If President Obama was sitting here right now, and you had a few seconds to say something to him, is there anything else you'd like to add? I mean, everything you've already said is so powerful, but
our food and water are necessities to life, and we need, in this area, we provide clean food products, and we need good water to be able to do that. And it is a matter of national security, and we need to treat it as such.
And I would simply say, President Obama, you have two young daughters, and I know you love them with all your heart and soul. I have 2 children. I have 4 grandchildren that have become the very soul of my existence, and that's who I'm fighting for. So put yourself in my shoes. If this was your 2 daughters and this issue you knew was going to affect them and it was going to affect the quality of their life, I know you'd be sitting here today echoing my sentiments exactly. So I would just ask you to think about that when you get ready to deny this Keystone XL command, to know that you're doing it for your daughters and for my grandchildren.
Good.
I think that's all we can say. Thank you.
Yep.
I think I said, I don't know about you, John, we've said it over and over and over again, but we still have to keep saying it. Somewhere along, somebody's going to hear us, and it's going to make a difference.
Well, it's a matter of common sense. We got to get greed out of the issue.
Absolutely.
And people that are filling their pocketbooks because of this, when you take greed out of the issue and use common sense to protect our...
Right. There's so many things
What
money can't
cannot
buy.
be renewed.
Yeah,
That's
money
right.
can't buy, and one of them is our safe living conditions, whether it be our land, and most especially our water, because there's no price tag on that, and that's what we're fighting for. It's for the safety of the future.
You're too freaking dumb to know.
Thank you,
You're too freaking dumb to figure it out.